Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, Britney Spears speaking out after police were called to her home, why she says her fans went too far. And
like I said, I'd love her forever. I don't know what's gonna happen.
You've seen him on Jimmy Fallon and Comedy Central. Comedian Andy Haynes joining us in studio ahead of his shows in Seattle this weekend.
Then the folks from Luke's Lobster stop by to cook up their Dungeness crab rolls.
Plus, we can't end the week without some drinks. We are getting a cocktail demo from the Heathman Hotel. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make.
Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We are so excited to have you. I'm Carly Henderson.
And I'm Maria Garcia. Thank you so much for our third week of shows.
Woo-hoo!
You guys have been joining us for 3 whole weeks. We're just so grateful. And actually, today is National Fun at Work Day, which we get to do every day.
Yeah, we do. What's been the most fun you've ever had at work here?
I feel like Cool Me wants to say the snake around my shoulders, of course, but Real Me is like the snacks. The snacks are the most fun.
Dude, you see us try the food on air, but Maria and I chow down after the show is over. Sometimes we get really good food and we get really excited because we're hungry by the time that the show ends. It's like a little treat.
We should tell them about what the beautiful, wonderful folks from Oink Ramen asked us.
We were slurping ramen as soon as the show was over. But also we were talking to them. It was nice to, converse a little bit. But also we were loving our soup. And they look at us and say, "Is this the first time you've eaten today?"
And sort of. Like, I had a protein shake. I needed to mix it up, you know?
I was like, what makes you ask us that? Come on.
Oh, production.
Okay, let's change the subject. The Watershed lineup was just released.
Yeah, it's actually a really, really good one. Watershed, of course, a 3-day country music festival. And the headliners are Luke Bryan, Cody Johnson, Keith Urban, y'all. It is quite the lineup, and they're going to be joined by more than a dozen acts, including Elaine Wilson, Carly Pierce, Travis Denning, so many more. And it's actually happening August 4th through the 6th. So a wonderful festival at the Gorge Amphitheater. Tickets going on sale next Friday. I love that we're seeing all this live music opportunity. You know?
I know, especially, as we're closing out January, it's awesome to just get excited for the summer, especially to go to the Gorge. I think that's going to be awesome because I've never been there before. You haven't either, right?
No, I haven't. So I'm ready to do it this summer. We got to do it.
Yeah, we do, for sure. Okay, remember that guy who went viral like 15 years ago for telling everybody, leave Britney alone?
With the blanket.
Yeah, he might have had a point. So the pop princess sent out a statement yesterday letting them know she is okay after police did a welfare check on her earlier this week. She wasn't happy about it. She says police were responding to some prank phone calls from fans who thought she was asking for help in a recent social media post. In her statement, she says, quote, "I love and adore my fans, but this time things went a little too far and my privacy was invaded."
Yeah, it is tough because, I think that we can all agree that Britney was treated very unfairly while she was under that conservatorship, and folks who were worried for her, I mean, there were podcasts, people were talking about it online, trying to set her free, but you know what? When it comes to freedom, that means that you got to let people make their choices at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And I think those podcasts did help so much, and the Free Britney movement was a net good thing for sure. But at this point, I feel like fans need to just, be hands off a little bit. This is somebody who was locked in her house for 13 years. Wow. She wasn't allowed to make her own reproductive or relationship decisions. Of course, she's unwell. She's not doing well. We saw all of her social media posts. I'm glad she deleted her Instagram because honestly, sometimes it was a little, I'm glad she had it for self-expression, but it was a little bit concerning and difficult to watch. So I feel like the fans helped her, and now we need to just trust that now she does have people that are taking care of her and, leave it up to her.
Yeah, but all our love to Britney Spears.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Audiences spent a lot of 2022 in the upside down. Nielsen releasing a list of the most streamed movies and TV shows of the year. Stranger Things actually easily taking the top spot. I have questions about how they did this math, but let's get into it, okay? Nielsen says that audiences spent a whopping 52 billion minutes streaming Stranger Things last year. That is a whole lot of time. And it was really more than what was spent on The Office the year before. So they really just knocked The Office out of the top spot. But this is just we're talking about billions of minutes here. That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time. I mean, it's a really well done show. The music's incredible, the cinematography, the cast, seeing Sadie Sink come out of that, and just, I don't know, it's really fun watching all the kids and seeing what they're going to do next. They're not even really kids anymore because the show's been on for so long.
You know what? Like, as a mom, which I hate to say, as a mom, I am fully shook that I saw these like cute little babies beep-bopping around, fighting whatever was going on in the Upside Down. But now they look like teens, little young adults. I'm like, oh, it happens so fast. But I do love me some Stranger Things. So,
yeah.
Very interesting show.
All right, Channing Tatum says he will not hide his stripper past from his daughter. He's known for the Magic Mike movies, but in real life, at age 18, he stripped at a nightclub in West Virginia after dropping out of college. His daughter's only 9 years old right now, but in an interview, he said that he will have that conversation with her when she is old enough.
I think it's just like a very, I believe it's called like a sex positive movement, you know what I mean? Like being honest about what we did in our lives with our children and hoping that they learn from that.
For sure. I feel like when he brings this up, she's gonna go, ew, Dad, don't talk to me anymore about this. This is disgusting. Do not want to think about you like that. We always hear about celebrities kind of just like when they're gonna have the talk with their children and all that sort of thing about their past, but I mean, the kids have access to the internet after a certain amount of time, so they're gonna find out. I don't think they're going to want to see it.
I think so, and honestly, I feel like I understand that there's a concern that it might give like a child certain ideas, but you're right. Like at the end of the day, you take away the mystery, you take away the cool factor, and I think that as a parent, that other than like prohibiting things, that is actually your best bet to making sure that your kids maybe don't do things that you don't want them to do.
Good point.
Just hot tip.
Hot tip right there.
All right. Well, did you see what happened to this model? Oh, my goodness. So she was on a runway at Paris Fashion Week, and this is a toughie. All right. Her name is Kristen McMenemy, and she could not keep her feet under her. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. She is just so frustrated. Slaps those shoes off and keeps going. She was at the Valentino fashion show and just wobbling too many times, losing her balance. I just hate seeing this because I have definitely fallen like this. And it was not on a fashion show, right? But like the drama and it's like slow motion.
She's having trouble walking even after she takes her shoes off.
Yeah, I think there was just like some concern about how the shoes looked or how they kind of fit on the foot. But Valentino actually issued a statement saying that the models had been able to practice with the shoes and were offered alternatives to ensure their comfort. Now, I gotta say, the fashion industry is not known in general, I don't know about Valentino, but in general for taking the best care of their models. So do you think they really were offered alternatives?
Probably not. I mean, they want to show off their shoes and their outfits, right? I don't know. I've never worked behind the scenes of a fashion show, but I do know someone falling down, even if you're not trying to be mean, that is funny in every single culture. No. And I was looking it up, and scientifically, the reason that we think it's funny when somebody falls down is not because we're being mean or vindictive. We're actually just thinking, we're expressing relief that that was not us.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I definitely would like reach, but giggle a little bit. Like it's just, you don't mean to. It's just kind of this sort of expression that comes out of you.
I know, it's just funny.
I have to share this story with you. So one time in high school, I was in band and I was a flag girl and we were spinning the flags and a different flag girl smacked this classmate of mine in the face and I burst out laughing. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. It was just like this shocking sort of expression that I had and I was immediately so very sorry. And I still feel bad about that to this day. Still.
You should tell her. find her on Facebook.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
I'm
if
so
you're
sorry.
watching Maria on TV, she's sorry.
But I'm glad to hear that you looked
Yeah.
this up because
Yeah.
I fully felt like trash. Why did I do that?
Right, because you can think, what if that happened to me, but it's not you, so you're just,
like,
it's a
relieved?
natural reaction.
Yeah.
I don't think it's rude. Also, we're trying to wobble around in these heels all the time, too. This could easily happen to us at any point. It's hard wearing real shoes again after the pandemic, man.
That's true.
I'm not used to this. Okay, all the single ladies are going to Home Depot. According to people on TikTok, you should delete the dating apps and head to Home Depot. Why? Apparently, their husband material is unmatched.
Okay.
So women on the platform have users cracking up, showing videos of themselves shopping for a future spouse. In one TikToker's video, she tells viewers, quote, "I am headed to Home Depot to look confused in the lumber aisle." Another said the male shoppers at Home Depot were, quote, "made out of husband material." Home Depot dating on the platform has nearly 4 billion views. This is a thing.
Wow. I guess people are tired of like trying to meet at bars or on the dating apps.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just gonna have to accompany my boyfriend to Home Depot now.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Ladies.
You're not going out on your own to pick up those supplies.
Look, to be perfectly honest, I've been to Home Depot many a times, and everybody just looks confused to me. So I don't know who's helping who.
I just like looking at all the cute dogs that people bring to Home Depot because you can bring your dog in there. So people push them around with little carts. It's so cute.
Adorable. All right, well, we talked about Chat GPT the other day, and now the AI already actually taking over some journalism jobs. Hello, I don't love that. All right, BuzzFeed announcing yesterday that it is going to start using artificial intelligence to help its content creation. The site confirming that it will use OpenAI, which created Chat GPT, to help personalize and generate some content. So that's more on the content creation side, but it's also going to be using it to enhance their quizzes. The company, BuzzFeed, actually cut 12% of their workforce just last month. And, you know, as a journalist, this just leaves me asking the question, what kind of stories can this AI actually write? I'm sure like a simple story it could easily put together, but is it going to be able to make sure it doesn't accidentally convict somebody or say that somebody has been charged with a crime when they haven't? You know, these things could end up getting you sued. So it's interesting to me to see that some people are really leaning into depending on these things that can be a little bit difficult to control.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like we still need humans to kind of check everything in there and to add the compassion and curiosity and the more like human side of the occupation. I think that BuzzFeed quizzes, though, are going to be no problem. I mean, if you look at those titles, it's like, answer 19 random questions and we'll tell you which pizza topping you are. No problem. We're all just killing time taking those quizzes.
Fine. Have fun.
That's fine. Okay, still ahead, we are checking in with our friends at TMZ for a look at what's trending in the world of entertainment today, including Jay Leno injured again. We're going to tell you what happened this time.
We are back in 1 minute, but first let's check out what is going on with our buddy Bill. Bill, what do you have going on for us today?
Good morning, Carly and Maria, and everyone in Seattle. We have a great show. Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Times of the Temptations is coming to the Paramount Theater from January 24th to February 5th. So it's going on right now. Ain't Too Proud is the electrifying new smash hit Broadway musical that follows the Temptations' extraordinary journey from the streets of Detroit to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Nominated for 12 Tony Awards and the winner of the 2019 Tony Award for Best Choreography, Ain't Too Proud tells the thrilling story of brotherhood, family, loyalty, and betrayal as the group's personal and political conflicts threaten to tear them apart during a decade of civil unrest in America. See this incredible show while it's here in Seattle at the Paramount Theater for just 2 weeks by visiting stgpresents.org. Now, back to the show.
It is time to take a look at what is popping in celebrity news.
Yep, and for that, we are bringing in TMZ senior producer Charlie Neff. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, how's it going this morning?
Good to see you.
So happy you're hanging out with us.
Well.
Yeah.
I know, likewise.
Jay Leno injured in a crash again. What is going on here?
This is insane. This totally went unreported until he revealed it. But basically, he had shattered bones in a motorcycle accident. And this is just months after the scary car fire that he had experienced. So he revealed that last week he was on his vintage motorbike, and when he was on it, he had smelled some kind of gas leak. He thought, oh no, I better pull over. So he pulled into a parking lot. And at that point, he said there was a wire that didn't have any signs, or, he had no idea this wire was there. And he was basically clotheslined off of the motorbike, flew off of the bike. He said that he broke his collarbones, he fractured his ribs, and he even cracked his knees. Sounds like an extremely scary incident. Of course, only a couple of months ago, he had that car fire where he was working on a vintage car in his garage in Burbank. And of course, he had experienced a lot of, injuries to his face and to other parts of his body. And then, of course, recovered from that. And now he's recovering from this. I mean, the guy can't catch a break.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. And I know that's one of his biggest hobbies, but wow. Maybe take a little break from that for a minute. That is dangerous.
Exactly.
I'm glad he's okay, though.
Yes, on the
Harry
mend.
Styles is coming apart at the seams, literally. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Harry Styles put on quite a show in Inglewood, so much so that he split his pants. So he was singing a song on stage, and by the way, celebrity-filled stadium. Jennifer Aniston was there, which he has said in the past that was his first crush. Kylie Jenner was there. Ellen DeGeneres is there. And at one point, he got really into the song, got down on his knees, and he's wearing these leather pants, and the leather pants totally split open in the middle. Luckily, there was no, private areas exposed. You couldn't see anything. But, he kind of put it together gracefully and found a flag that he had on the stage, and he wrapped it around his waist. He didn't have a backup pair of pants or anything, but the show must go on. He put on a great show with this new, a skirt thing that he created with the flag. So show must go on.
I'm really surprised he didn't have a backup pair of pants, because stuff like that has to happen, right?
I know, right? But I guess if I split my pants at work here, I probably would go home. I don't have backup pants either.
Same girl.
That's true.
What I love is leather pants, Jennifer Aniston. That is an episode of Friends.
Oh my gosh, it is. It is. I love Harry Styles so much. I'm dying to see him in concert.
All right,
Me too.
Charlie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys next time.
Coming up, we are learning how to make some cocktails at the Heathman.
Yep, including the Kraken Martini. We'll be right back. Hey, it is time for Seattle Sips, where we highlight awesome drinks in our area.
Yeah, joining us in studio today to show us how to make some classic and some contemporary cocktails, we have Victor Kustoff from the Heathman.
Hi, Victor.
Good
Thanks
morning.
for joining us.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
Good, good. How are you doing?
Good. We love your
Better soon.
stylish outfit. This is awesome.
So you are actually going to make some pretty involved things for us. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we will do craft classic cocktails, what we make in Heathman. So one is Kraken. It's a craft version of the Vesper cocktail, gin, vodka, lillet.
Yeah.
And second one, Blend and Sand. Blend and Sand is cocktail named by Rodolfo Valentino. Lovely movie, filmed 1922.
Oh, wow.
It's a very good cocktail for Valentine's Day.
Great.
Yep.
Very
Awesome.
intense.
You want to get them started?
Yeah, we
I
will
see
do.
you brought the gear here. This is exciting.
Sure.
Yeah, I always say that when we see this beautiful thing, one, it reminds you of
Beauty and the Beast.
yes,
doesn't
and,
it?
and a delicious cocktail.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Kraken.
All right, we're starting with some vodka here.
1 ounce of
What else are we
vodka,
putting in there?
Gin.
Okay.
Press the blue color. Makes
Oh, I do love this one. Remember I was telling you about this?
I've never had this.
Makes the Kraken color.
That's
my
right.
Support our
Yes.
Kraken ice hockey.
Which
team.
we love to do here at Fox 13. Oh my goodness.
Lillet.
So this one's the Kraken Martini. And what is that?
It's same like Vesper, the classic James Bond.
Oh,
But James Bond Martini is shaken, not stirred.
Right?
We do 'em
aperitif.
stirred.
Yeah, we stir to keep the color.
Great.
A little bit house-made lemon bitters.
Ooh, a little spray.
More stir.
And what is it that you love about making a beautiful cocktail like this?
I like classics.
Yeah, you like classics?
You're a classic man.
I like classic drinks.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Now we make the Kraken coming through the.
And what are we doing right now?
He's making the
Kraken
kraken.
garnish.
Yeah. So it's gonna look kind of like a little kraken coming out at you. I love that. Getting creative.
Make the Kraken.
You're brave with that blade, I have to tell you.
This is beautiful.
Wow.
Look at that. I love it. So fancy and for hockey lovers, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, talk to us about the second drink that you're making.
Second, the Blood and Sand.
Blood and
All
Sand.
is named by Rodolfo Valentino movie, 1921.
Excellent. Now, while
So
you're
we
working
make-
on this, we do want to say that the Heathman is the only boutique hotel that we have in Kirkland. And
Go ahead.
yeah, talk to us about the restaurant there.
It's hard restaurant. Very nice restaurant. It's just
Yeah?
one boutique hotel on the. Yeah, we have open patio.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you can sit outside.
That's great. Is it a heated patio?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You need it.
Sign
You need
me
it.
up. And you do kind of a contemporary spin on classic drinks, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what we're seeing right here.
Yeah.
Scotch.
Ooh, scotch. Ooh, I love scotch.
I always feel cool if I drink
Yeah.
scotch,
Slowly.
you know? I really only do it to impress other people.
That too, but I
that
also
point.
like it.
Blood orange.
Oh, that's where we get the
Red.
name. That's right.
And do the drinks kind of always stay the same, or do they change?
No, we change the seasonal.
Seasonally.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
So a good reason to visit,
Yeah,
right?
at least 4 times a year.
That's right, at least.
Barberry syrup.
What's barberry syrup?
Barberries.
Yeah.
It's berries.
Berries.
Berries. A little homemade berry
Bring-
syrup. Hey, fancy.
I was like, that's either going to be really cool or it's going to hit me in the head. One or the other.
I'm not coordinated enough to do that, but I'm really impressed when people are.
Pouring some blood.
Ooh. Red for love.
Wow.
For Valentine's Day.
And scent.
And what's that?
Oh.
Nutmeg.
Yes, beautiful
Nutmeg.
nutmeg.
We're making some hearts.
Oh, yes. I love all the
Oh my
creativity we're
gosh.
seeing here.
Yeah. Is that just a regular, like,
It's yeah.
Yeah.
For baking.
cookie cutter? Yeah, I was going to
supplies.
ask. I would have never thought of doing that out of a peel of a citrus.
And you know, one of the things that is really exciting is that we've actually posted these recipes on our website. So, of course, if you want to go hang out at the Heathman, you certainly should. Look at this talent right here. Delicious,
And
creative.
Smoke bubble on
Ooh,
top.
we're going to see some smoke.
Oh.
Now, we're not allowed to play with these anymore after,
After
the
what,
ice cream.
Maria?
After the ice cream.
What? Is this a smoke bubble?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
Now, are we going to get to try these?
Absolutely.
So when you order this, it comes to your
Comes like this.
Like
oh
this.
my
you
gosh.
serve to the table. Open
And do you just
and ask
do you just
the
poke?
guest.
Can I poke it?
Use your finger.
Can I do it? Is it
Yeah,
not gonna
go
hurt?
ahead,
Is
go
it?
ahead. No. Beautiful. Obsessed.
So
Obsessed.
cool. Should we taste these
Yeah,
now?
let's
Yep.
taste them. All
All
right. Cheers.
right.
Ooh, and it smells good, guys. I
It
really
does.
wish we
That's
had
a
some
yummy smell.
Cherry wood.
Yeah, cherry
Cheers.
wood. Oh,
Ooh,
this is delicious.
That is so good. I feel like I'm camping a little bit too.
It's a
With, like,
very Friday feeling.
Campfire.
Yeah. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
so
in and
much.
showing
Thank
us these.
This has been amazing. Hey, coming
Fantastic.
up, we are sitting down with writer, actor, and comedian Andy Haynes as his tour stops in Seattle for the weekend.
Yeah, plus a look at his very first hour-long comedy special. We'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile. I wanna see you smile. Take you another mile.
Hey, welcome back. Writer, stand-up comedian, and actor Andy Haynes released his special, The Coward of Gramercy. His stand-up can be seen on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, Conan, and Comedy Central.
And he's just hilarious.
Yes.
Which we love. Stopping by his hometown, Seattle, this weekend for 2 shows at Laughs Comedy Club. So let's welcome Andy Haynes. Hey, Colonel.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hi. Great. Tell us about your outfit here.
Well, I know that a lot of comedians have played Colonel Sanders, and I just kind of wanted to throw my name in the ring because I feel like I would be like an adequate colonel and maybe like a more kind of evolved colonel, you know?
Yeah. What do you think makes you fit for the colonel role?
That's it. I'm turning it upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
No
I
accent,
love it.
too.
No accent. I'm vegan.
Love it.
I'm progressive. I'm woke.
You're the colonel for Impossible Chicken at
Yeah,
KFC.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Impossible Chicken's so good.
There you go.
It is really good.
I love that. Okay, let's talk about your comedies. So you released your first hour-long special on YouTube called The Coward of Gramercy. Tell us all about that and kind of what inspired the idea and what the title's all about too.
Well, because it's called The Coward of Gramercy because I have a joke about how I don't have any honor, like obviously, and
What are you talking about?
like you know how like guys will be like, oh, like I have honor or something, and I feel like it's antiquated, like we're not
Yeah.
cowboys,
Yeah.
and I have no honor, and so then I act out like a guy being like, he's the coward of Gramercy.
And we love it. We love that for you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be kind of a coward and things like that because, you know, I live in a pretty easy place to live in.
Yeah, you are living in New York. So
Yeah.
tell me about that. I mean, that's a big move to make. You're from here. You said you were living in LA for a few years, now New York.
Yeah, I live in New York. I love it. I like having seasons. That's kind of nice. LA doesn't have seasons. I just, like 6 years went by and it was 75 degrees the whole time. I also like to be a little bit away from kind of the showbiz stuff, you know, a little more like focused on stand-up and things like that. I'm actually partially wearing this outfit too because I have a day job and I told them I was working, so I didn't want them to see me on this. I work at a telecom center.
Nice.
You got to pay the bills, my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you do. What's it like coming back and performing in the Pacific Northwest?
It's great. People are kind of sensitive here. Like I have a lot of foul language and dirty jokes, and people tend to take them personally sometimes. So I kind of have to assuage their fears that I'm still a good person.
You're a good person.
Good,
We
good.
can tell you are. You're also married now.
I
know
am,
you
yeah.
have a podcast with your wife and everything. And a couple years ago, I watched a clip of you on YouTube, which was hilarious.
With
talking
my
about
wife.
No, not with your
Just
wife.
me.
Just you.
Okay.
Talking about living with roommates. You guys were cutting each other's hair. How much better is the wifed up life?
Well, my wife is like a superstar. My wife is Rosebud Baker. We don't do a podcast anymore because she got a job at SNL, and so she doesn't have time to podcast because she's an actor, a writer, and then she's also on tour right now. She's all over the country. I'm sure she'll be through Seattle, and she'll sell way more tickets than me, even though she's not from here. And no, it's great. I love living with a successful woman because she can just buy such nice things, and you know, all I have to do is the chores.
I
For
love
sure.
the idea of having her come in also dressed as the colonel. We'll see who gets the commercial gig.
Yeah.
She'll probably get it actually, but we should get. I'll see if she'll come in dressed as the colonel. I'll bring the suit with me and
Does she
everything.
cut your hair now?
No, my friend Wilfred Padua. He's
Okay.
from Seattle.
Hey,
He went
Wilfred.
to O'Day High School. He's also a very funny comedian. He is still my. He opens for me a lot on the road, even though he's a great comic. He'll be here on his own, and he cuts my hair whenever I'll like buy him lunch, or I'll be like, hey, there's an Arsenal game on, and then when he shows up to watch Arsenal, I'll be like, hey, can you also cut my hair?
Yeah. Here's some scissors. I brought them. It's chill, right?
Yeah, I think my mustache is falling off.
There's your face.
There you are.
Look at your lovely face. So you just really love to have a good time, obviously. And
Yes.
last year you rented a van, drove through the Rockies. Talk to me about how that was.
It was a horrible idea.
Oh, really?
Because I went in winter because I'm a big ski guy. Shout out Alpental. I used to ski there when I used to teach there when I was a high schooler. But I was like, oh, I'll do a tour from like basically Denver up into Montana, down through Wyoming and Salt Lake City. But the van I rented, like this sleeper van, didn't have a heater, and it was like 8 degrees.
Sure.
Oh, no.
And I have a little Chihuahua mix.
Oh, no.
And like the nights that we slept in the van, I had to put her in her like little snowsuit, and then I had to shove her to the bottom of my mummy bag. just so we didn't freeze to death.
So did you end up in a hotel a couple of times?
Pretty quickly. And also, I spent so much money on gas. It was just a bad idea all around.
Yeah.
If
So
you're
you
gonna-
wouldn't recommend van life in the winter?
Van life is a summertime thing. I think.
Summertime activity. I
It
love
also,
it.
because you have all your skis and stuff with you too.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a box or something. I don't recommend it. I say get hotels. Get very nice hotels.
Get very nice hotels. I
Yeah.
love it. How good does it feel to be like back out there performing? You know, post-pandemic, we're all locked in our houses for so long. What's it like kind of being back out on the road again?
It's great. The last 6 months I've been working in England, and so I didn't get to do a lot of touring. So it's really nice to just go back and see my folks or places I love in the U.S. and get to do comedy in them. I guess I've been performing the second it opened back up.
Yeah.
You know, I would go to red states and perform for them if they didn't care.
Do they embrace you there?
Yeah, exactly.
Warming up for the blue skates.
Yeah, I mean, it was like everything. It was so funny because you'd be like, oh, I'm going to go perform, you know, in Texas. And then you'd ask somebody in Oregon and they'd be like, we're not allowed out of the house. And so it was like such a different thing. But it's nice. Everybody's open now. You know, we've all got our vaccines if we're logical, I should say. So it's probably a divisive thing to say, but Colonel Sanders is saying it, not me.
Not you. Not you.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I love about your comedy is that you really hit it all over the place from, you know, Your Honor to Cauliflower, which I think is hilarious
That's
and
my
fantastic.
best bit, yeah.
I love it. And
I think
it's so true.
I kind of look like a cauliflower right now, too.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A
We won't
bleached
write
cauliflower.
you up. Yeah.
I actually got a bunch of, what was cool about that joke was that it went kind of viral, and then Cauliflower, the company, just started, for like 3 years, they would just send me a box every couple of months just full of Cauliflower, like pizza, noodles, tortillas, chicken wings, whatever I wanted.
Just thank you so much.
Do you like cauliflower made stuff like that?
I like buffalo cauliflower, but I
Okay.
think most of the other stuff is pretty bad.
I think so too. I would agree with you on that. I try the healthier version and I'm like, I don't know about that.
The chips are okay, or the tortillas were fine.
Yeah.
The pizza's not very good. I apologize to the people at Cauliflower.
Maybe if you've never had real pizza, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. If you've never had the real
Or
stuff.
maybe if you like can't eat flour, then you're like, oh,
Make the best of it.
Don't you feel like when you give up something, you start to just kind of go like, well, this fake thing is like pretty good. compared
to be good,
nothing.
definitely.
Yeah.
This has been great.
Yeah, Andy Haynes, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
You can catch his show at Labs Comedy Club this weekend. You have all that info ready for you on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
And coming up, it is time for TikTok.
We are checking in on the best TikTok videos of the week, including a kid who took his love of markers a little too far. Maybe Andy here will go viral for us pretty soon.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile.
It is time for TikTok, where we talk about what people are talking about on TikTok.
Yeah, and joining us today is our social media expert, Justine Baker. Hey.
Hey.
Good to see ya.
Happy to be here. So we are going to be looking at some of the top videos that were trending on TikTok this week. The first one is about a kid who probably shouldn't be allowed to have a marker. Let's see.
I have no words.
I'm gonna do a little part of it.
Like what?
The toilet is happy.
No, we're not happy. No one is happy.
Oh, the toilet is happy.
Oh no!
It was kind of cute though.
Yeah.
The toilet, not the rest of it.
I mean, that is rough. I think it's going to be a good story when you're done being mad.
Yeah.
Right.
He was so proud of it too. And then she said no one's happy about this, and he was like, oh, poor little guy.
It's so tricky because you don't want to like squash their dreams, but you can't be drawing on the hard one, buddy.
Right. This next one is a prank on a kid, and we'd love to see Mariah do it with her son one day. So let's take a look.
Maria will not be doing that.
Sure, Maria. Sure.
I'll tell you, we taught him the word fart, what that meant. So now he hears any noise and he's like, Mama fart. Like, no, sir.
That's so funny.
And then this last one, we were talking about tipping culture earlier this week. So this one might push your buttons a little bit. Let's take a look.
I normally wouldn't mind a automatic 10% tip for making my drink, but you're a robot. I normally wouldn't mind.
Okay, that's when you know it's gotten out of control.
I am heated about this one. Absolutely. So you can't opt out then?
No, you have to do the 10% tip for a robot.
That is just a way for the company to make more money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless that robot like has a wife and kids that
And
it needs
family
to, go
to
home
provide
and
for.
right?
Stop it. Oh my gosh. We'll
Wow.
have to check if that restaurant or coffee shop changes their policy because I think, I would say for the most part, people are like, no thanks.
Right.
Because so many times when there's a fee added to something, you're like, I know you just want more money for this, like buying concert tickets and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They add all these stupid fees, but they just have to have an explanation for why they're charging you more money.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Me neither. And so those are the best videos that we saw this week.
Those were hilarious. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Justine, thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, coming up, toddlers, they can be a little scary, a little silly, but they love to have fun.
Yeah, they do. We're going to be checking in on the wildest things that toddlers said this week.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile.
I love that. Okay, so this is something pretty cool, actually, to me. You know, a few days ago, my 3-year-old actually did something that was very helpful for the very first time.
Oh, that's exciting. What was it?
Okay, so I get this like panic text from my husband. Sorry, Nick. I was anchoring the 7 a.m. on Good Day, and he can't find his keys, and they're late taking Logan to school. So it was a tough morning for him.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. What did you do?
Well, nothing, girl. I was anchoring.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen the keys. You know, he tried his best. He was asking if I saw him. I had not. He was so frustrated. So he asked our little 3-year-old, Logan, have you seen Papa's keys? And then that little boy just casually said, oh, Papa, keys. And he pulled them out from underneath the step stool we keep in the kitchen so he can get his own snacks.
Do you think he put them there?
Nick says he thinks that maybe he accidentally dropped them there and remembered, but they were not like clearly visible.
Wow, I guess it just all clicks together sometimes.
I know, and I love that. I need a little extra pair of hands to help me find stuff,
Yeah.
so I'll take it. But you know, whether it's wacky, wild, weird, spooky, sometimes very helpful from time to time, it is time for stuff. My toddler says.
Okay, so today we want to feature a few entries from one of the most innocent and hilarious Instagram accounts, live from Snack Time.
These always brighten my day. They're just so cute. First up, we've got Maggie, who is 5, and while she was entering a themed birthday party, she says, I don't want to do this. I just want a cupcake. We've all been there. We've all been there.
That's real talk right there.
And then there is this entry right here.
Yeah, so this is from a positive 6-year-old saying, you have a bug on you, but it looks great.
There's always a silver lining, you know? Thank you.
Rock that bug.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's a 4-year-old after my own heart who says, you know what would make me feel better? Maybe a taco, a cheese stick, and some snuggles.
Aw, that's so cute. And then there's this 8-year-old who says, yoga is easy. It's just slow karate. I guess that's kind of true if you think about it.
You know, yeah, a little warrior 1 and warrior 2 feels a little like karate.
Kind of.
Really my favorite part about, you know, live from Snack Time or just really hearing anybody talk about the silly things their toddlers say is that you're seeing them not only be funny, which is great, but also practicing honesty and some kindness. You know, they like see us do it, so they want to try it out for themselves. And it leads to some unexpected results from time to time.
For sure. Well, we want you to share with us. So tell us what wild things the kids in your life are saying. Find us on social media. You can search for us for Studio 13 on Fox.
All right, we're excited about this next one coming up. We are going to get some delicious seafood rolls.
Yeah, Luke's Lobster is joining us in studio with a look at their special Seattle dish.
I wanna see you smile.
Hey, it is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight delicious food in our area.
And joining us in studio to show us how to make some delicious seafood rolls, I am so excited. Chris Noak with Luke's Lobster, welcome.
Thank you for having us today. I'm really excited to show you how to make one of our main style lobster rolls.
Yeah, tell us kind of how the whole business started.
So the business was started in 2009 by Luke Holden. He's a third-generation lobsterman from Maine.
Lobsterman.
Yeah,
I love that.
He went to college at Georgetown University. He was in New York, and he was looking for a Maine-style lobster roll, and he couldn't find one. No matter where he went, there was no good lobster roll. His father was a seafood processor in Maine, so he made a kind of a partnership with his dad, decided to open their first shack in the East Village of New York City in 2009. He was sourcing all his lobster from his dad's processing plant, and we still do the same today. We get it delivered twice a week, UPS'd overnight.
Wow, and the really exciting thing is that now you are at Pike Place Market. Tell me about that.
So we're actually just across the street from Pike Place Market. We're on Pike Street between 1st and 2nd. We have a beautiful location. When you come in, you're going to want to get that. You're going to see that rustic Maine style.
Oh, okay.
So all of our wood that we use inside the shack is reclaimed wood from Maine. We actually have our own wood workshop, which our president, Brian Holden, is the manager of, and we just make that and we ship it to our locations.
That's so cool. And you have some special Seattle-style food, too. Tell us about that.
We do. So unique to Seattle is our Dungeness crab roll. We decided to, make sure that we were part of the community, so we partnered with Fathom Seafoods, who are providing our Dungeness crab for us, and it's locally sourced from the Puget Sound.
Excellent. I cannot wait any longer. What are we making today?
Okay, so we're going to make 2 rolls today. We're going to make a traditional lobster roll, and then we're going to make a Dungeness crab roll.
And what are you putting on that bun?
So we're just putting butter, and all we're going to do is get some butter on it so we can put it on the griddle and we toast it so it becomes to a golden brown.
Beautiful.
Okay, it's going to take about 30 to 45 seconds aside.
Excellent. During the break, we were chatting, like, are the rolls cold? Are they warm? Like, how do you figure out what it's going to be?
So traditionally, Maine-style lobster roll is cold. It's going to be chilled seafood. Currently, we're running a limited time offering of a warm butter lobster roll.
Yeah.
That's traditionally called a Connecticut roll, where they warm up the lobster. And we just put it in a clarified butter and almost like it's called a rethermalizer, and it just gets heated to about 105 to 110 degrees. We add some more warm butter to it, and we serve it. That's really good.
Excellent. Now, while we're waiting for this, you guys do have lots of different options. Talk to me about that.
So our most popular and our most common is going to be our lobster roll. We are a lobster shack traditionally. For our Seattle location, we've been pushing our guests to try our trio. So that's going to be 2 ounces of our shrimp, 2 ounces of our Jonah crab, and 2 ounces of our lobster. The advantage of that is they get to try most of our different seafoods, so that the next time they can come in, they'll be like, okay, this is what I want. I've tried them all. I like this. We're also carrying 2 types of soup. We have a clam chowder, and we have a lobster bisque. They're both made by a Maine company called Hurricane Soups, and they are both gluten-free.
Oh.
The owner of Hurricane Soups has a daughter who has celiac, so he actually created a recipe that uses potato starch rather than flour for the clam chowder.
But if you want to have gluten, I see you have this amazing bread bowl. You put some of the soups in.
We do. We also have gluten-free rolls that we can do gluten-free options for the rolls as well as the soups.
That's great.
I really love the fact that you're able to do a little tryout, though, because don't you hate it when you get to a new place and you're like, I want everything, but I can't have anything.
Yeah.
So it's a great idea.
For us, and price point, it's about the same as buying a single roll. They get to try a bit of everything and find out which one's best for them.
And tell us what you have available at Whole Foods and Sprouts Market.
So we actually have been in Whole Foods since 2018, and we do a lobster cake. In their frozen food market. It is branded by Luke's Market. We also in Sprouts, and we do a pre-split lobster tail. We also have our own online market as well. You'll get a whole lot more variety from our online market. We can even ship you a live lobster overnight, or we can do what we call a DIY kit, which is essentially our 2 rolls, 8 ounces of our seafood with our seasoning, and you can build it at home.
Beautiful.
You're making me feel like when I make a grilled cheese at home, I need to be patient and get this
I
perfectly
know,
toasted.
I was just thinking that. And you mentioned that the longest bit is getting that bread right.
Absolutely. So we're just going to take a swipe of mayo. We're going to go right down the center. I think I'll start with the Dungeness roll here.
Beautiful.
So all we're going to do is we're going to kind of open it up a little bit, and we're going to take that seafood and kind of get it nice and piled high right in the middle
Whoa,
of that
that's
roll.
a big roll.
Okay. So to finish it off, we're going to come over here, and we're going to use our baster with more warm butter. And we're going to drizzle it right on top.
I mean, butter
like
just
that.
makes everything better, doesn't
Right,
it?
doesn't it?
We're going to add a little bit of our secret seasoning. And if you're a fan of lemon, we're just going to kind of drop lemon right across the top of that.
Beautiful.
There you go. There's your Dungeness crab roll. We're going to give this a couple more seconds to get to that golden brown that we're looking for.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and finish up with
Which
this
is your favorite?
I personally like the lobster roll. I hadn't tried the Dungeness crab roll until I got here to Seattle, and it was just amazing. I mean, the quality of the product, it's all, especially the lobster that comes in fresh every week. So I order it kind of 3 times a week.
Awesome.
So it's currently coming out of a place called Booth Bay Harbor, which is in Maine. And we just source locally. Luke really kind of was a big proponent of co-ops in Maine, so we are members of most of the harbor cooperatives.
Beautiful. Now we do have about 30 seconds left. Can I try this right here?
You may try this right now. Give me half a second to
Beautiful.
just throw a little bit of that, and throw a little bit of that.
Excellent. I'm so excited.
Ready to go.
I'm so excited.
Dig in there, girl.
Here I go.
Chris, thank you so much for coming in here
Thank you
today.
very much for having us.
Give
We're
us a
excited
thumbs
to
up
be in
if you love
Seattle.
it, Maria. I know it's hard to talk with your mouth full. We posted the link and all the good stuff on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
Thank you.